We're going to talk about the MLB slate, how it's progressing, and we're also going to talk about U.S. Open. If Bobby's here, he can give us a trip report for what's going on out there. He's going to the event tomorrow, and I'm sure there's probably some pregame festivities that are taking place. So we'll talk to him about that. But first, see what's going on. Uh, we finally got a decent performance out of my top owned pitcher, that being Verlander. I mean, he was good enough, but it's just not going to work. You got Glass now, who's busting. You have Kershaw, who apparently is busting. It's baseball's very difficult. It's the best I can describe it. But we'll put all the lobbies up and see what's up. It's the only thing that's good that's going on if you have Glass now is that Tampa could get a run to put them up 4-3, which will give Glass now maybe the possibility to get a win. But it's pretty miserable performance, pretty much all around. The Red Sox are just about to bust as chalk. They have a couple of swipes though. They have runners at second and third with one out, 2-0 count. You only have 2 runs in, but Resch Snyder and all the other guys are coming up, so they could put a couple of things together. But aside from that, they seem to be busting. I guess the big winners were. Well, we'll see what the big winners are. And again, we'll do the PGA lineup build as well. What I want to do, let's pull up the I guess the 555, and we'll start with that. We'll just see who's doing well, I guess, over here, because I don't even know who's doing well. I'm certainly not. This is my horse. I mean, I played Kershaw and Castillo, two supposed safe ones. And although Castillo is not doing poorly, and he's going to lose the game, probably. Kershaw can't get out of his own way. So who's doing well? This guy, he's not going to win. Valdez Verlander, he's up by 7, but he has no PMR left. But it's got to be somebody. Let's see what's happening here. Well, the Reds put up 7 runs. India had a good game. Steer had a good game. So it looks like Cincinnati, this 3-man, looking good. The Cubs, who I really considered at the end, they just couldn't pull the trigger. They had a really nice game. They put up 10 on Pittsburgh. Let's see. I guess Need Your Lunch Money. He's got 13 innings left, I guess. He's down 13, and he went with Valdez Verlander. Nothing great, I mean, this is good. I mean, Verlander was good at 8K. I mean, 21.7 points. He actually got very lucky on FanDuel because he wasn't going to get through the 6th. He had one more out that they were going to let him try to pitch to, with 1 out in the 6th, and he actually turned a double play as a result. Ooh, but there goes Boston. So Ref Snyder's getting a whole bunch of RBIs here. I think he's clearing the bases. Did he clear the whole bases? He may have, as chalk. Okay, so that's interesting. I'm pretty sure I had him somewhere. Let's take a look and see. I had to have him some places. Let's see what Ref Snyder did here. They put his score up yet? I mean, I'm certainly not going to make the money, but at least it's fun too. I didn't even put him in the 555 after all that. You kidding me? I'm just the worst. Yeah, so it looks like other people had Ref Snyder's side, except for me. Here, yeah, he's got 24 as enormous chalk, which is not good. But it's possible that. Is there any chance that I put him in the monster? I mean, Can't be that bad, right? I did a stack of Red Sox with Red Sox and Dodgers. I presume I have him. Yeah, there's Ref Snyder. Okay. So this one, I guess this is live because I guess it's not dead yet. But so this is the monster. I mean, it's got very few points, but I got like all the hitters. You know what I mean? So that's not true. So I got to get a couple of Red Sox going. You got Turner coming up with the runner on third. I mean, every single at bat helps. And then what's going on with the freaking Clevenger just owning the Dodgers? You know, it's tough going out there. You know, so this is the monster, which is, I guess, technically live, seeing as like all these guys are left to play, and Verlander's in with 37, and Ref Snyder here with 31. The Mets look like they just had a walk off against the Yankees, 4-3 in 10 innings. That's good for them. Let's see if anything in the squeeze is doing okay here. Let's take a look. Ooh, Mangone's doing well over there. Yeah, so I guess this one with the 35 PMR and 145 points, I guess that's sort of interesting. We've got Phillies. Tatis, I guess, got a home run. Machado, I guess they'll get back-to-back home runs, Machado and Tatis, but that's probably not going to be enough. Let's see what's going on with Tampa. Tampa, did they take the lead? All right, so now they got the Dodger game on at least. And now we get to see why Kershaw has not been doing well here. I guess every once in a while. You know, as James went in there in the chat earlier, he said, "Cheat, just tell us who your highest owned big spend is so we know not to play him." And technically, I guess that was Kershaw. He's not doing anything. So, and so the Phillies just put, I think, Real Muto, I think, just hit a home run. So I guess this lineup here with 164 with 35 PMR to go, it's 249. That I guess that could be interesting if we get some Philly stuff going on. So we could put Philly game up on the board. Can't really show it because it only violates 7 million copyright laws, but nonetheless, I mean, that's got obviously. Oh, that's the 8th inning. How's that already in the 8th inning? It's the 6th inning. All right, well, whatever. And Bryson Stott looks like he just bounced out. Yeah, so Rio Muto did in fact hit a home run. And the Red Sox are still up. And there's a base hit by Turner scoring Ref Snyder. That's like chalk on top of chalk. So Ref Snyder gets to score a run. And I think, did I have both those guys in? Did I have Turner? Am I lucky? I don't think I did, actually. I don't think I did. How did I not play Turner in that spot? Because I played. Oh, I did have Turner. Okay, so this should come up as something. So Turner knocks in Ref Snyder. And that's good, right? So let's see how that impacts this. And then who's up next? It would be JD. So, oh no, we have Verdugo. Sorry. Wasn't that Turner? Why is Verdugo is up hitting third? Why do I? Oh, JD's on because he's not on that team anymore. Very good. Very, very, very sharp, Eric. So we get to watch this update, which is good. So you'll see Turner get a single and an RBI, and you'll see Ref Snyder get a run. So this continues to creep a little bit, I suppose. And I like to get the Dodgers up. I mean, the good news is, I guess, the White Sox are winning, so Dodgers are probably going to get some at bats. Okay, so there you go. So Turner gets on the board, and do they give me credit for it yet? So that's 34.71. It looks like this adds, right? I'm not sure if it adds yet. All right, so we'll continue to keep an eye on this. So who's going to come up for the Red Sox? It looks as though, so Verdugo's up. And they're up 5-2. That was really, really big in the bottom of the seventh. For them to actually get some fantasy points up there. Ref Snyder, Kike, Turner. Ranger Suarez is continuing to mow people down. So Tampa. So this one could have been interesting. I'll show you. This was the this is the qualifier, but I mean not really alive. I mean I'm 23 points up and Glasnow is a stiff. 25 points out and Glasnow is a stiff. I feel as though I deserve better, but I guess like what's his name said. Like Parcells, I mean, you are what you are here. You play Glasnow. This is what you got. Ref Snyder, man, that chalk just came piling on in like it was nothing. Let's see if Verdugo can add a little something here. And then what we'll do is we'll continue to keep an eye on these games. And then we will also, you know what I want to do? Let's see who is in first in this thing, in the squeeze, because I think Mangone, sort of a friend of the program, I guess. Like he's in first. Okay, so Verdugo, someone's going to score? Yes, he scored. So it looks like Turner got in there. Mangone is still in first here. Let's pull his lineup up. He's definitely a friend of the program, so to speak. So he has nothing left. He's got Tatis. Got a one-off of Tatis just piling away.
And who's got a shot here? What's going on?
I just have a feeling someone. Like, what does this guy have? The baloney. He's got another. Tampa's got the lead, so that means that he could be in line for a win, which is going to add some points there.
He can't. He doesn't have 5 innings pitched. Sheets, can you hear me?
I don't know how many pitches he has.
Can you hear me? What's going on here?
And that's all he has left.
Can you hear me?
Okay, so.
No, this one I've never been wrong. I've always had.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know.
Hey,
it's Mangone.
Guys, what's going on here?
Shot there. Right, so it's 6-2 now in the Boston game. I did not have Verdugo, but I did have Turner.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? I think I might have Duvall. Yeah, I do have Duvall. So I don't know. Let's get another one out here.
I think
Let's get Duvall up here. This way we won't have all zeros. 1 out, 2-0 on Duvall. Kershaw has runners on first and second with 2 outs.
All right, everybody else can hear me but Cheats.
I got this Philly game on, but they're not up, so I'm not really paying attention. All right, there's a strike on Duvall. 2 balls, 1 strike.
That's all right.
Let's
see if me and Cheats can. Let's see how long it takes for him to realize that I'm here. Like, what do I have to do? Sheets, can you hear me?
I don't even see Bob. Oh, there's Bobby.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me though?
Now I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Now I can hear
you. Sorry. We just got into the Airbnb place. So here's Kenny with his USGA stuff. Who's got sweats? Oh, there's Frank Bauer.
Frank.
Sorry. Who's got sweats, Sheets? What's going on?
Nothing really. Just kind of hoping that as Kershaw can't get anybody out, I'm hoping that the Dodgers themselves can maybe get a hit one of these days. So that's pretty much all. Tell me what's going on at the U.S. Open.
So it was fun. It was really nice. Walked around the whole thing. Did the Wednesday thing today. It was really cool. These guys volunteer and are doing a bunch of stuff with that. So it was just cool to check it out. I haven't, as you know, I haven't been to a golf tournament, so it's kind of cool. This is like my first one, and it's like literally where in the background of where I grew up. So it was really cool, and I'm excited about tomorrow. And I'm probably, as you predicted, gonna make sure I go to at least one more day.
Yeah,
it's just hard not to, you know?
Yeah. Tell me who you like in DFS for golf while we're here.
So I'm sticking a little bit to my guns at the moment. I'm probably, I mean, I've got to catch up a little bit and get, you know, get things together. Oh my God, we actually don't even have the main tournament available anymore. Wow, that's unfortunate. Anyway, so I'm just trying to figure out exactly what I want to do, but I still do like the idea of the fact that I don't think people are playing the narrative like they usually do. And I will be happy to play Homa. I'll be happy to play Cantlay. I like Jordan Spieth. I'm nervous about Morikawa, or he would be my guy this week. And I feel like I'm switching more from Scheffler to Rahm. And I'm also very into Hatton. And then the highest owned guys I have will be Fleetwood, and it will be Fleetwood. Who else will it be? It'll be Fleetwood, probably Mito and Neiman. More Mito, but like that's not anything off the board. That's pretty standard stuff. The stuff that I'm doing to get, I think that having a little bit of a different thing at the top. I'm lower on Justin Rose. I'm higher on Dustin Johnson. I'm actually very high on Dustin Johnson. I want to get more Bryson. I feel nervous that I'm not going to end up with enough Koepka, so I might fix that. I'm basically the way I'm looking at it is I'm trying to double pay down. So it's really about who am I spending down on? Eric Cole. I like Minwoo Lee. I like in the mid range, Fowler's the popular one. I like Wyndham Clark. Obviously, I like Mito. I like Sergio a little bit. I like Adam Svensson. And I'm trying I like Moronk. I'm just trying to figure out exactly which guys. And Kitayama. I'm trying to figure out which guys I really want to go at the bottom, because at the top, I kind of want to be over spread out, because I think you can get 4 of the top 10 this week at the top.
Yeah, I'll tell you where I'm I'm lightest is I have very, very little Rahm. So I mean, you can't have everybody. I'm basically just sort of with the field on Scheffler, about maybe 15-20%. But it's Rahm that's where I'm he's going to be the death of me if he wins. So can't have everybody.
If he's the death of you, can he at least be the lightning rod for me or something?
Sure.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I hear you. I'm a little annoyed because I really wanted to enter a bunch of $1 million tournaments. I have the dream about the Fleetwood, but now they're all sold out. I probably should have anticipated this, but I didn't.
Well, I mean, what I got to do now, I keep forgetting. I got to go find the rest of your packages.
I like what Eric's questions are, though, but Henley and Hatton, and my answer to both are yes. I like both of Henley and Hatton. I forgot a big one.
You're trying to play this big one, aren't you?
No, I'm not trying to play the big one. I just wanted to play a ton of the little ones.
No, but you're registered, but you're selling for this 33.
I was, but I'm not going to play it. I don't even think it's available anymore. It might be available. I forgot. But I forgot to mention I love Keegan Bradley, and that's usually your guy. So I would have thought that you would have thought about it.
I do have a bunch of him actually.
You could have.
So I'm going to put in to buy some of this stuff, and if you play, then you play, I guess.
Yeah. My golf results for the last month have not been good.
Well, it's just golf, whatever.
Honestly, I couldn't sell fast. Like I sold the other one when I played the 22 not long ago. I was selling at 1.25, and it sold like in 10 seconds to 3 different people, apparently.
Wow.
I don't understand it. I'd like to get more Hovland, although we did watch him take a really bad shot today.
What do you mean? What happened?
No, he hit it so far, in a real tournament. I don't even know where he would have played to from where he would have had to hit from. because it was a par 4 that he would have had to turn into like a par 7, like just to have a chance at it. Because if you hit it weird off the tee, like that, some of this stuff is so thick that you're screwed. But this it's like a weird combination. The same thing we always discuss. Like, is it better to be longer off the tee in this tournament? Is it more of a second shot tournament? Is it more about avoiding, just being consistent like Corey Connors and not, just hitting fairways? The truth is these fairways, like you could hit the ball down the middle of some of these fairways and it will slant and drive you off into the rough. And you'll barely see your ball in certain spots. It's a really bizarre course. And again, I'm not an expert on courses, but I do the virtual tours of the ones before we watch them all the time. I've never seen anything like this. Like you've got holes that are like Brooks was saying it. He's like, yeah, on 7, you're going to make a 2 or you're going to make a 7. Like, and it's a par 3. It's like, right. You can't see there's very rare that you have 2 par 3s. You can't even see the hole on a par 3. Like that's weird. Anyway,
I'll tell you, Justin Rose feels like a lemon. I don't know.
It feels trappy, right?
Yeah.
I kind of feel it too. Although I've been impressed and happy with his resurgence, I feel like I'm putting aside him and I'm putting aside Jason Day.
Yeah, I'm not going to put aside Jason Day, but I'm I think I'm going to put aside Justin Rose.
I'm not eliminating anybody because I was going to do a whole build. And I thought while we were on air, like I could talk about what I was going to talk about through my process about how to build on SaberSim. And then you could tell me what I was doing wrong, but that's not the availability for the $1 million tournament. So that was the one I really was going to max enter regardless of if anybody about it. The other one, I think shouldn't be sneaky, but is turning into a sneakier play. I actually think Cam Young is a better play than I did before. And I think that I think Jordan Spieth, yes. But I think that Justin Thomas, there's a lot of buzz about Justin Thomas. Apparently, Homa, who has the record for this course, said that Justin Thomas would have broke the record if he played it, if he was playing it during their practice round. But I mean, it's easy to say that stuff, but at the same time, I'll take that as a positive sign for Spieth.
Denny McCarthy, I like that.
I love Denny McCarthy.
I'm trying to see what dog crap I have here. Like these sub 7Ks. Harmon, Moronk, Hadwin, Kuchar, just sprinkles of all these.
So Sheets, let me ask you something though. Like, so if you had to compare, like, so, Eric was asking about Ryan Fox, but like, if you compare Ryan Fox to Denny McCarthy, don't you think that seems like a stupid conversation? Like when I'm just thinking out loud as I'm thinking it, isn't Denny McCarthy just like a significantly better play? This guy's been one of the best 10 players in the world from tee to green and around the greens for the last, 8 tournaments he's played in.
I don't know. I've got McCarthy a little bit better than Fox, but I also see McCarthy getting owned a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like not that much. I have him getting owned like 10% compared to Fox's 5%, and I guess that makes a difference.
Mm-hmm. I think you're right. I'm just sort of thinking out loud, and I get into that with the Woodland and Pereira too in that same range. That what do you want? What stance do you want to take here? The least surprising would be both Mito and Woodland could be in the top 5, and it wouldn't surprise me a little bit. It would shock me if Ryan Fox was in the top 5.
Well, I will say this. All right, so I'm gonna read because you probably can't see much. I'm gonna read like my top 10 sub 10% guys. Now,
okay.
Again, this is just based on my ownership projections.
Perfect.
Okay. So Colin Morikawa, Matt Fitzpatrick, although not sure, I have like 9.86%. I don't know if that's going to be whatever. But Sungjae Im, Justin Thomas, and then a guy that you mentioned before, the other day. How about Sam Burns at 8,200 with nobody playing him?
Yeah, like Sam. So that's my general argument. Is Sam Burns is the same play as Cam Young. So if I'm going to say that about Cam Young, absolutely Sam Burns. Why not? The
Yeah.
thing that scares me about Morikawa is like, so it's not just that. Okay, so you're 2 strokes back. Okay, you're tied for fifth or whatever it is, and there's a bunch of people. But it's Saturday night, and before you even tee off on Sunday morning, your back spasms and you can't play with when you're within 2 strokes of the lead. On top of it, it's Jack's course, and he's like a huge Jack guy. Like if he had any chance to play and win, he would have played. This is 2 weeks later. It scares me a little bit to
Well,
play
I,
him.
I will I will say the same thing I always do, and then I want about people with the back spasms and the back injuries because that's unfortunately my world. Um,
Mhm.
when you get back spasms, you could have one hole to go with a 4-stroke lead at the freaking Masters, and you wouldn't be able to play. I'm telling
Yeah,
you, it's so painful. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
But you can have respites. You know what I mean, where you don't feel it at all. So
No, and by the way, as talking to someone who has tennis elbow in both their elbows, I know it sounds like a nothing thing. Do you understand that, like, when you have tennis elbow, I can bench press 250 pounds, but I can't pick up a mug? You know what I
right,
mean?
yeah.
That's what happens. It's just there's certain things that, like, in certain things, certain tweaks, it just feels weird. Like if he was like 7,400 or a cheap guy to take a gamble on who could win the tournament, but he's not. And
Well, the other thing I would say is I'm not going to be able to explain this as cogently as the person did who I heard this from. I don't know whether it was the toe tag and Tambo or the Eric Benford or whatever. I keep forgetting. I get all these guys confused. But
yeah,
but one of those guys was talking about these injury plays or whatever, and it made a lot of sense that you're supposed to kind of ignore the injury risk. Um, the idea is that it's very likely that there are like a lot of players that like are not feeling well, that are tweaked or whatever it
well,
is, but but you're just not hearing about them.
yeah, but that's like a
Um,
kind of a BS thing for people to say because, like, yes, that's true. Sheets like if someone withdraws before or at the beginning of a tournament or when they miss in their 7 over, when you're within 2 shots of a win at Jack's place, you don't withdraw because you don't, you know what I mean? And I understand what you're saying about back spasms, but like, you can't do it. Like, I understand, but that worries me because those things are reoccurring. Like you said, it's been a story of
no,
life.
but that's not what I meant. Even given the fact that he has, obviously has injury concerns, that there very well might be other guys that are injured
Like
too,
Jordan Spieth. Yeah. He's got the tape around the hand. Um,
or guys that
the running
or
wrist.
like but those guys like Jordan Spieth. If Jordan Spieth has like tape on his hands, or if he's feeling badly, like everybody's gonna know because it's whatever. But it's very possible that we're gonna go try out and play like a chalky Justin Rose, for example,
Right.
or a Wyndham Clark that nobody really follows around to see if he's injured. But it's very but why is he not injured? You know what I mean? Just because we're not hearing about it. I don't know.
No, but
Um,
and maybe they did finish and maybe they were, but at the same time, look, Morikawa had nothing to gain from sitting out that thing. That was a rare case. You know what I mean? If it was like our guy who used to withdraw all the time and Louis Oosthuizen.
Casey. Oh,
Oosthuizen
right.
would literally go hit his first drive off and he would just sometimes withdraw. But then he kept like top threeing every other tournament he played. So he was a very tricky play in the mid range. This is not that situation. You have a guy who is a great golfer who is going to be underowned, but he's not like significantly better than the other guys. He has a little home court advantage, but so do like 8 other guys in this tournament. It's not enough for me to get Morikawa into my priority list. It's enough for me to play him above the field. That's the way I'm treating him. And people's idea about Cantlay, this is exactly why I love Cantlay this week. It's really hard for me to separate my own biases from the way the field goes. If Cantlay was going to be the most popular player this week, I'd be saying, guys, get out of here. Get out of here. But as it stands, you have a course that's more for cerebral, thoughtful players who are accurate on their drive and approach and good around the green. This is a very, very suitable course, and it's his home course, or his backyard course when he went to college. You know what I mean? And no one's, I mean, not no one, but the significantly less people are going to play him than when they've played him a million other times for a million other reasons. He's going to be 10% owned versus like 30. He's usually 30% owned. That's why we don't play him. That's why I don't like to play him.
So I mentioned Sam Burns. I mentioned Sanjay M. No one. It seems as though Neiman's going to be very low owned.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always in on those two golfers. I think they're elite level golfers.
I will say something else though. I don't know if I really want to play Mito at 16%.
It's just the price. I think it's a tough thing to argue against the price. When you have guys who have a legitimate shot to win tournaments down that cheap, it's really, really hard to ignore that. You know what I mean? It you know what it is, Sheets? It's not even the Josiah Gray. It's more like the what's the right-hander for the Reds who throws really hard?
Hunter Green.
Hunter Green. It's the Hunter Green idea. You know what I mean? Hunter Green's facing Atlanta. You know what I mean? Do you play him? Do you fade him? You just leave him alone, and you usually leave Atlanta alone. That's both of those are probably the wrong answer in the long run. You know what I mean? You probably play him and stack Atlanta. I know there's no other side to this, but that's sort of what this is like. It's like he's the most likely to actually be able to win a tournament and be the highest scoring player, like Hunter Green would be the highest scoring pitcher. Well, it's not. Well, he also has some risk. I don't even honestly think it's that much risk. It's the same risk everybody else has to face. I see
Eric with a C Cole at 4%.
I don't understand what I'm missing on this one. Do you feel a little bit like you understand what I'm saying? What am I missing? Why is Eric Cole not like it?
Because they're playing like every share of Mito Pereira at basically the same price.
Well, but right now I have and I want to have less of this, but I have 38% Mito Pereira and 22% of Eric Cole.
Okay.
I honestly think it's the right strategy. I think 4 of the top 10 players in the world, or not necessarily top 10, but like real top 10, like counting the live guys, 4 of the top 10 finished at the top. That's my take. But in the top 10, which means you need 2 of these other guys. So who are going to be the other guys?
Yeah. Yeah, the Justin Rose thing is kind of annoying. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. I currently am just kind of with a lot. I'm over the field, I guess, on Mito. I have like 25% of that.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I actually think he's going to end up way more popular than all the projections because it's really hard not to play him. I mean, it's a logical play. It makes perfect sense. And you can always go back to the logical conclusion. Oh, well, he should have won this tournament last year. You know what I mean? And that's what people are going to think, just like I am.
Right.
Doesn't mean it's wrong though. Like you can find other ways to be different. Where do you stand with Justin Thomas?
Yeah, he was another guy I was going to get to. I have him as being owned as less than 10% somehow.
Yeah, because perception.
Yeah, so I like him actually this week.
Me too. I like the idea, by the way. I just wanted to throw out, like, if you're not going to play Mito, no problem. Play Denny McCarthy, or if you want to get different, play Hoagie or Cam Davis. Both of them have terrific shots, but the guy who I will put I'm gonna like speak towards this person. Or I think Harris English has a chance to be competitive this week. He's another one of these guys I'm mixing in a lot of at the bottom. What do you think? No good?
I don't know.
He's coming into form a little bit. The other one who's like people are going to forget about is Shane Lowry, sort of like the Burns thing. Shane Lowry and you know what I mean? And I'm not saying I can't play all the guys I'm talking about, but I can, get above the field and then get below the field on the guys that's why I just, okay, Jason Day, great. Maybe he ends up in the lineup of mine by accident because I'm hedging one line. Like that's not going to be my play. You know what I mean? I'm not going to play Jason Day and Justin Rose. I'm prioritizing otherwise. I like the idea of speed. I like the idea of there's a chance this course plays like an artistic thing, like, and that is Spieth's wheelhouse. Like that's what he does. So I like the idea of Spieth a lot. And I'm ending up with a lot less Rory than I thought. I feel like Rory's actually a really good play. But a couple of stats though that I wanted to point out to people. So in the U.S., I mean, so first of all, Tommy Fleetwood at the last 12 majors is the 8th highest scoring golfer. He is not priced like it. He should be much cheaper. I understand he's popular. You should be making Tommy Fleet. If I was playing a cash game, I would play Tommy Fleetwood in that cash game lineup. You know what I mean?
Agree with that.
It's the obvious play that you make, okay? And there's a lot of reasons why it makes a lot of sense. If you want to pivot to Tom Kim or Connors or Neiman, fine. But I'll play those guys too. I do think this thing's being overlooked, and like it's become such a thing that they've tried to redo the course for the USGA that I think it's actually being underrated, the things that usually get overrated about the home courses. And I think it's going to leave Cantlay and Homa a little bit lower owned than you would have thought if this tournament came up 4 months ago. Those guys would probably be that 26-27%. That's not going to be the case. So I would encourage people to play those guys. I would encourage if you're playing 150, if you don't have 5% of Phil, just in case. I think you're making a mistake.
Of who?
Mickelson.
Yeah, I can't.
You said the same thing last time you finished second.
I just can't.
No, but I'm just saying, like, you have to, like, I'm just saying, like, make some decisions. Like, you know, I don't know. These are the ones that I'm going with anyway.
Is Tiger playing?
No, Tiger's not playing. Come on, Sheets. Is that a mocking thing you're saying towards me?
Sort of.
What? But I don't understand. Spieth finished second at the Masters this year. Like the other day. Like it wasn't that long ago.
I know.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying. I'm just saying.
Is Vijay Singh playing? Let me see.
No, I don't think so. Although Kenny was trying to talk me into Jose Maria Olazabal.
Oh no, he was not.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Kenny, can you vouch for this?
Yeah, I sure did.
Yeah, I don't know where this is coming from, so that's what I'm dealing with.
I'll tell you what. How about
merch yesterday or on Monday?
Oh, he sold him. Yeah, he was working at the merchant for the volunteer thing. He sold him some merch.
Oh, I was trying to think of what odds I wanted to Kenny on him making the cut.
No,
Well, his odds of making the cut are actually not impossible.
Here's my you want to know my? I heard him 2 days ago ask for the Kenny play. Here's the Kenny play. Hold on, I'm bringing up my notes.
Oh God.
Here it is.
What happened?
He's bringing up his play of the week because you said it the other day. So we need that.
Leon Gamushuis.
Oh God, Kenny. Give us a name we can pronounce.
No. Whoever. Listen. No.
Germish.
Is he showing up in your? Is Gamushuis showing up in your projections?
What's his name?
Gamush. Kenny, can you just
just the first couple of letters?
Deon.
Deon.
First name.
Oh, Dion Germishuis?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you say it like. But first of all, it's like the best you've ever pronounced a new name.
Dion Germishuis?
How is that?
I actually have him in my projections.
What's his?
I have him 3 points more than Mateo Fernandez de Oliveira.
Come on, Kenny. What are your thoughts on Mateo Fernandez de Oliveira?
Excuse me. I have him 7 points more than Alexander Yang.
Alexander Yang, anything, Kenny?
But I do have him 2 points below Alejandro Del Rey.
Watch, this guy's gonna finish in like 90th place, but he's gonna make the cut because that many people will tie on the number. No. He's gonna be the leader. He's gonna be the leader after 2 rounds.
Dude, I am gonna
bet on this guy for showdown right now. Now. This is the smartest thing you could. If you would have rode, you could have rode him to glory. You're Richard. What was his name? Bland.
Richard Bland. I won Richard Bland on the Friday showdown. I won like $2,000 on it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been.
I'm gonna build. We're gonna start with Dion. and Phil. We're gonna start a line with Dion and Phil.
Oh, you're our hedging day one.
Dion Gurmashois and Phil Mickelson.
By the way, you know who I would like here is, and this is it's happening to me. It's finally happened. I would have liked Nick Taylor a lot this week.
Yeah, I know you would have.
And now I don't know what to do. I'm like trying to like eliminate him every time I see his name. I'm just like, oh, I want to whittle him away.
I wouldn't do that.
No, but like in big buy-ins, like I had him in I was trying to like, hey, I won't play him anywhere else because no one's going to play him.
I mean, I have no problem with that play.
He's like a really good golfer who's really good on tough courses.
And what, we're just going to punish him for winning? I mean,
that's the thing. That's what I'm thinking. But I think it's a little too emotional of a win. It's the first guy in Canada. Do you see what happened to Hadwin? Have you watched the video yet?
I thought I told you about that. Yeah.
Oh, no. That was one of the rare ones I don't think you told me about first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Mostly you get it.
Hadwin needed to, I made the MMA joke. Hadwin needed to work on his takedown defense. Yeah.
But he was hilarious. His Twitter, I started following him on Twitter just because
his wife is really popular on Twitter.
How the hell do you know all this stuff, man? What's happening? What access to my brain?
You don't know about Gian Gormoshlowitz? Come on.
Dude, I can't get burned by Dion. I got burned by Dion Gurmashois too many times already.
The Dion Gurmashois.
Yeah.
Is a scary guy.
Watch this guy. He's gonna tee up early.
I mean, how many times can one person get? Listen, it's either Freddie Peralta or Dean Gurmashois. That's it. Those are the two guys. You mentioned here's a guy that you mentioned actually that I was gonna think about Sergio Garcia.
Yeah.
And the other guy, it's actually, and then I was a couple of Rick guys, the Austin Eckroat.
I can't even believe he's a live. Is he a live guy? He's not a live guy.
No.
You don't want
Eckroat's actually. It's good. He's
a very accurate golfer.
You want Michael Kim.
I'm with you on Michael Kim, by the way. I actually do like the Michael Kim. You know what? Just for fun, I'm going to put a cheap one in with Kim and Eckroat.
Now, Eckroat's actually he can play golf actually.
But I still maintain that if I was a max entry guy, I genuinely think if you in the majors. You play the guys at the top with the best odds to win. Forget what their prices are, and then you rotate a group of 25 or 20 or 30 guys who are 7,400 and under. You know what I mean? And you make sure to play two of them in your lineups. I bet you that would be a winning strategy. I don't know. I don't have proof. I need to get receipts or something, but it seems like a winning strategy.
Well, yes.
I don't know. That's my.
Ask Kenny who's his favorite outright win bet.
Who's your favorite outright win bet?
My favorite outright
with odds.
Yeah, but let's factor in some odds. But you don't know all the odds. But I can help you with the odds. So who do you think is most likely to win this tournament?
Okay.
No, I don't want that. I want a good long shot. I want to bet something.
Love it.
What's Homa at?
Homa is too high, but it's not like
no. We're gonna pull this up.
Assuming Rom is too short to bet.
She's
no. I don't want to hear it if it's less than 50 to 1. So hold on. Let's see.
He's definitely less than 50. He's going to be like 20 something to 1.
No. I don't want to hear any of his picks unless they're 50 to 1 or higher.
But I do want to hear I just want to know where Homa is though, odds wise. I think Homa's
first of all,
it's just not. It's terrible odds.
No. First of all,
you can't make that bet.
Hold on.
And I'm betting on Homa.
Wait.
I'm looking at it right now.
Homa's 35 to 1 since you asked.
Who is?
Homa's 35 to 1 since you asked.
That's a pretty good bet.
Yeah, but dude,
that's actually like a really good bet.
How do you not bet Justin Thomas at 50 to 1 though?
That's what I'm saying. They're both good bets, but I think it's ridiculous.
Okay, a 50 to 1 better.
Basically everybody.
50 to 1 or more.
But why? But JT shouldn't be ahead of Homa though. So I actually think those odds are fair.
It's probably Adam Scott.
Adam Scott is Kenny's. Actually, that's a really good one.
Over 50 to 1 is.
Yeah, he's 65.
Okay, I'll take Cam Young.
Yeah, Cam Young is.
Or Sam Burns, whichever one of them is 50 to 1.
Cam Young is
Well,
50.
no, I'm just saying, like, you give me a 50-1 guy who can win the tournament. Sam Burns and Cam Young are not going to surprise me if they win the
That's
tournament.
true.
Cam Young would surprise me. He's been terrible.
That doesn't mean. I mean, he's been terrible because he hit a few lips, and then it gave him a chance at having the lead in the first. Like I watched these things. Like
Let me ask you something, Bobby. Can either Tom Kim or Danny McCarthy win the tournament?
No.
Tom Kim absolutely can win the
No, he
tournament,
cannot.
and so can Denny McCarthy. I don't think Denny McCarthy can as often. No,
Tom Kim.
Denny McCarthy is more likely to contend. Tom Kim is more likely to actually have that. Where did Tom Kim come from? Kind of a moment. Yes,
No,
Tom Kim.
You're talking about.
No, but I understand. But Tom Kim is well, yeah. But Tom Kim is, no offense to Min Woo Lee, but like Tom Kim is a much better golfer at this point of his career than Min Woo Lee is. Min Woo Lee
I disagree.
Min Woo Lee just okay. Well, he just crushes the ball, and this is not a course. I don't
Tom
think
Kim, was a firework.
he still is. He's 21 years old.
And he already exploded.
You'll regret saying that. He'll be a top.
Season.
He'll be in 5 years. Ask me if Tom Kim's a top 10 player in the world.
5 years is a different story than right now.
I'll take right now.
So both of those guys, Denny McCarthy and Tom Kim, are 130 to 1.
Tom Kim is 130 to 1. That seems.
What's Phil?
Wait. Hold on one second. What is Phil at? But I'm sure he's like lower because he's probably like 70 to 1.
Phil is 250 to 1.
That's a fucking bet.
200. You're gonna bet on? Okay. I guess I can see the logic. This seems stupid though to me.
I mean, whatever.
Well.
You want
quite honestly, I'd rather bet Adam Hadwin at 250 to 1 if I'm going to do that.
Yeah, but like, are we like writing off Phil because it's like the thing that everybody does, and we're like listening to too much of it? Sometimes I worry about this. Like,
isn't he like 60?
But we said the same thing at the Masters.
He knows this course.
He knows the course. He's never won a U.S. Open, but he doesn't have to win.
He knows.
Yeah, he does.
You can hedge. By the way, you can hedge going to day 3. If he's got a lead, you're getting good money.
Phil.
No, if there's a guy who I would bet that, like, I would rather bet on the young guy who's an up and comer like a Tom.
How about Emmanuel Grillo at 300 to 1?
I actually think that's a really good bet. Yeah, I think it's a really good bet.
Grillo. Yeah.
But it's weird though, because like you're not shaping these. You're making outright bets. You're not making top 5s. You're not making other things. So it's gonna be like, okay, you lose, and then but I guess you just have to win one every 35 based on your average, right? Because you do have a favorite in there, don't you? Or do you have any favorite in there?
Favorite?
No, I mean, because you've made a few $100 bets here.
Yeah, I made 3. I played Chalk Fleetwood at like 40 to 1. And then I played the 2 Chileans. I played Neiman and Mito at like 90 to 1 each.
I still think those are good bets. Like,
yeah.
The problem is everything seems like a good bet.
I know.
And when that happens, that can't be right, Like
you could even play. You can't play any of these guys.
Like, why can't you play Carlos Ortiz at 500 to 1?
I was gonna say Aaron Wise at 500 to 1.
Actually, that's a really good one. That's a really good one. That's a really good. Like, every bet sounds amazing. Sheets, lock it in.
Okay, here we go. I got a question.
If we worked for certain unnamed networks, we'd be like, it's a lock.
Wait,
Aaron Wise is winning
before I even scroll down, here's a line. I put it minus 200. This is the wager. Does that Dean Burmester, whatever his name is that you mentioned, does that guy have a line on DraftKings or not? That's the prop bet.
Wait, what is that? How does that work? What do you mean?
Okay, so
Seth Straka. That's a great bet.
No. I'm setting a line that minus 300. That the guy you mentioned, that Gerfish, whatever his name is, that I'm saying that those are the odds of him having a line on DraftKings.
Kenny, what do you think the chances are that the guy you mentioned, whatever his name is, what do you think the odds are that he even has a line you can bet him?
I would bet the line. I would bet
on DraftKings.
I would bet a make cut and a
no. Would you bet that he? No, so we're betting whether they even have him registered to have his name on there.
Oh, they probably don't.
Well, okay. So let's scroll.
So he's saying 2 to 1.
All right, so let's scroll. Let's
right, Cheats. You're saying 2 to 1.
Yeah. So they do have your Gordon Sargent
They have Matt Gordon's because he's the name.
They have Pablo Larrazabal at 400 to 1. Hold on. Streelman. Let's see these guys.
You're talking about his son now.
Simon.
I don't know.
There's the Alejandro Del Rey I mentioned. Hold on.
But wait. We had a 200 to 1 on Sepp Straka. That's actually should be a conversation.
Wait, what's this? Oh, here he is. He's right here. He's 2,500 to 1.
Boom. Who? Lock it down.
I have to bet like $1 on him.
You know what? If it happens, Sheets. Even if there was a way I could bet like $10, I would do it. Me and Kenny will become his whole cheering section. We'll just create a bunch of things out of we're good at
That's right.
Live the festival-ish life. We can make a crowd. We can make a crew.
Well, I will say this: that Dion Germishuis is a shorter price than Ryan Armour, who we have put money on.
No, I'm telling whatever.
I watched Ryan Armour practice on Monday. By the way, he looked actually not bad.
What Kenny's saying is not it comes from somewhere, and you know that. That's why you think it's.
I know. That's why I might just do it. I mean,
I know. I don't think I can pull the trigger. If I'm going to pull the trigger, I'm going to pull it on Gordon Sargent because the name is cool and
because the name is cool.
And it's funny because he's like a trendy play. Like if he does well at any tournament, he's going to be the most popular guy.
No, we're gonna do some research. We're gonna pull up this Dion's game log here or whatever. We'll see what he's all about here.
That's why I found him.
No, that's not good. That's not a good answer.
So he's coming on. Let's see the Dean, the bio information. Let's see. He's coming off wait. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see what he's doing here. Accept all cookies. He's currently 228th in the world. All right. He's coming off a T66 at the Porsche European Open. But before that, he got a T3.
Oh, he beat me. You know what? He beat me. You know what? No. We were tied because he didn't make the cut. So we tied at the Porsche Open. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. But then he was T3 at the KLM Open.
Where you
see who won that tournament?
Dude,
look who won that tournament. The aforementioned Pablo Larrazabal.
Pablo. It's a different person.
Wait, I looked through all these people. No,
wait. Wait. And this guy?
Pablo? Oh my God. This is the play then, Sheets.
Dude, he beat
I thought you were saying Jose.
On Monday, say what's the Kenny play, and then Kenny went and looked.
I thought you were saying Jose Maria.
Excuse me. Adrian Moran.
I didn't know. I just thought it was the U.S. Open. I was like, maybe they'll let some old guy. No, I thought you were like Joe.
No.
Oh God, I'm in. I'm in. You sold
me. In this tournament.
What's that?
In this tournament, Germish beat. First of all, he beat Adrian Moran, who everybody's playing this week. He beat Afi Bonrat, who we've played before.
Yeah.
He tied with Rasmus Højgaard.
Yeah, we like
this guy Otaigi. I've actually bet on him before.
I've never heard his name before.
Yeah, so in Dion's ceiling performance, he's competitive with guys that we might play at 6,000 in like a minor event. So
let's do it. I'm in on this.
We should.
This is totally gonna. You know what, Cheats? You know what? This is okay. So for anybody watching, if there's anybody there, bet him for a first round. Bet him if you're gonna make a straight bet, bet him as a first round top 20 or a first weekend top 30 or something like that. Don't make a bet on this guy for all your DFS money. However, I am going to put him in some tournaments because you've sold this, Sheets. Kenny brought it up. He put it on the tee and you knocked it out of the park for me. So I'm in on this other. I don't even know how to spell his name, and nobody else does.
Dion. It's Neon Dion.
Oh God, yeah, I could never pronounce that.
It's Neon Dion, and I'm putting him in 5% of lineups. By the way,
5%. Look at you.
Yeah, I'm convinced.
Oh my God, this is magic.
Maybe not 5.
Which is sorcery going on around me here? Can it lead to something for me a little bit?
See, there he is, 5.3% of lineups. There it is. He's in.
I'm gonna leave 3,600 on the table and play him instead of Rory. Just to say a big F you to everyone. Because if it wins, no, I'm just kidding. I'm serious. I swear, there are sites where people literally try to build themselves around that. But can I go back to one thing though that I said? Why is Sepp Straka a bad play? And someone needs to actually like look at Sepp Straka in tougher fields and in general in the tournaments that he really cares about. So okay, 46 at the Masters, nothing special. First of all, 7,146, you would take that. He finished 16th at the Memorial. He was 29th at Charles Schwab. He was 7th in the PGA Championship. He's constantly in this price range. He finished 5th in the Players last year, 2nd in the Sanderson Farm. But at the Players, I mean, that's a big deal. He finished 5th at the Honda Classic. He's a much better golfer, though, like in tougher fields. And I'm just wondering if maybe that's an overlook. You know what I mean? Not to have a little bit of the problem is I like a lot of these smaller guys because I'm trying to play so much of the chalk I like, which oddly is I'm probably going to be below the field. I'm probably going to be with the field on Scheffler and probably above the field slightly on Rahm. But my whole strategy has always been to be just way above on both and forget all the other top guys. I don't feel that way this week. Kenny, any thoughts?
I don't think I'm going to play the Gershenmeister in the 888 though, if that's okay.
Yeah, I don't think you should play him in the 888. No, I don't think Kenny would do that.
No, I'm playing him in the $5.
I think you could literally ship your net worth to Kenny. He still wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
but there go. Some things.
The Gershenmeister. Dude, this is proof that I got 5 of them right there. Needless to say, I don't need to differentiate much more if I play him, by the way, in those lineups.
Yeah. So. I like this build a lot. I like that. I have a Homa, Spieth, Hatton, Neiman, Bradley, Pereira. I really like that. Like, I feel like that's a really good high buy-in tournament, small field. I just think Neiman is people are just too quick to like this guy can go out there and win the tournament again. Another not surprised. I guess there's just too many people.
I mean, there are a lot of people in the tournament.
I know. I'm spreading out. Like I
yeah, but in fairness, there's also a whole bunch of people that have no chance. Like these the whole Olaf Thabels and guys like that.
Another cheap guy.
That's the problem
that I do like actually this week. And I have a lot more confidence in is our friend Dan's cousin or whatever, according to Sheets, Patrick Harrington.
Oh, Dan Harrington. No, it is his cousin.
No, the Patrick Harrington, the one who I think is 70, but he's actually young, right?
Yeah, he's like 50.
He's not. It's because Dan Harrington seems a million years old, but it turns out it's like Seinfeld. They tricked us. Like George Costanza was supposed to look like a 27-year-old guy in that show. You know what I mean? Dan Harrington fooled us because when he started playing poker, he seemed like he was 70 years old. It turns out he was just like 25, and he's just been 25 for like 50 years.
Yeah, Patrick Harrington is 51, but he's not the guy that I'm thinking of either.
He's actually like Patrick. He was in one of my first builds, by the way. So
who's the guy that I thought was 70, was really like 30 that I've been playing? There's some 70,
Kuchar.
There's some 7K guy. Kuchar. There's some 7K guy, and now the name escapes me. Not Nick Watney, but something like sounds like Nick Watney.
No, it's not Nick Taylor. I know. I'm trying to figure out who you're talking about.
He's definitely not in the U.S. Open.
Charlie Hoffman?
No. He's 100.
Not Sam Bennett. No, we all know Sam Bennett's young.
No, but
Adam Schenk. Adam Schenk.
No. It's a guy who I think his father played, which is why I think he's 80. But I think this is the son or something like that. And I keep on saying, I don't want to play like that. Maybe it's something junior. It's like a real funny first name, but he's definitely not in this tournament, or I would have recognized it.
Oh, okay.
Dang it. I'll come up with it eventually.
Yeah, because I do remember this whole conversation.
Yeah,
by the way, should we consider guys like Sebastian Munoz, who has not been playing on these tours, but all he does is he's actually been a better live performer than all these other guys have been.
Munoz, I like Munoz. That's a good one.
Munoz, what's wrong with Munoz? And like Kenny said earlier, what's maybe a little bit of posting, but that's what you do is I'm just trying to overload The problem is I'm getting too spread out.
Hold on, I'm gonna find this guy because now it's gonna bother me. He's probably right around 89th or 90th, I think. Not Ben Griffin. It's like that type of caliber guy. Not Ben Taylor. God dang it.
Carson Young?
No.
Yeah, Carson Young.
No. Oh, Tringali. What happened to that dude?
He's not on the field, is he?
Is he in the field?
He's not in the field.
Yeah, I was like, I didn't think I saw his name.
You watch, like now he's like not gonna play for the next like 6 months, whoever this guy is. And it's gonna bother. For some reason, I think he's rated higher than all these characters. So
It's crazy Cam Young's price, though. I have to say, like, I mean, for his like skill set, I would have said that he's like perfect for this tournament. But I would have said the same thing about a lot of these guys, I guess.
This Adrian Atugi is actually in the top 100. That's interesting.
Yeah, I know.
Lucas Herbert.
A little bit.
There he is. There's the Pablo Larrazabal. He's like top 50.
Oh, he's a stud.
I'm telling you guys, I'm like a savant. I'm just telling you, I looked at the cheat guys. Like
he cheated as cheats. Just kidding. It is. I do like the Adam Hadwin thing a little bit.
Yeah, no.
Just fine. No, it's 6,900, bro.
Yeah,
there's nobody,
and he's gonna miss the cut. You know, that's fine.
I mean, but he's not like a huge cut misser. Maybe he got level checked.
He's not a huge
to where
cut
he's
maker.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. He's a really good cut maker. He really is.
I don't.
Adam Scott. I'm sorry, Adam Hadwin is.
Yeah.
Adam Scott's a great
Scott
one.
is
By the way, but
sorry.
wait, I do want to give you credit on a couple things. You got Jason Day. You were 1 year early, but you got you got him right. You got Adam Scott right.
Yeah.
Again, probably a year early, and you got Justin Rose right.
Yeah.
So, flowers, bro. You did some things right.
I watched all of the fucking rounds.
I know.
This. I watched every hour of every round.
Hey, you don't need to defend yourself.
Dude,
to
I have a name for you. What happened to Daniel Berger?
Okay, well, first of all, the guy seems like I just
good.
think that they stopped him from playing because he's just an asshole. Like I really think.
No, he got hurt or something.
No, he seems like just like the kind of asshole that no one wants to play with. I know he got hurt, but I just think that everyone hates him. I feel like he's like it's sort of lovable the way Patrick Reed is hated. There's nothing lovable about Daniel Berger. Sorry, maybe that's too far. But
Oh, dude, I'm the man. I just figured it out. The guy's name. Totally figured it out.
Who is it?
The guy is Kevin Tway.
Oh, Kevin Tway. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
And I keep mentioning his name, and you're like, why are you going to play him?
Yeah, because I'm thinking of Bob Tway. I think his father.
We're not that big of an age gap to where that should come up.
Kevin Tway. There it is. He's the son of Bob Tway. There it is. Okay, there it is. All right. Oof, now I can sleep. Speaking of which, I think I might go and do that.
Okay.
What time? You're out there like first thing, right? So yeah. Try to post something. Keep me updated.
Yeah. I'll try to get some picks and get some things happening. It'll be fun. I'm gonna have to play a showdown slate too. So
Yep. All right. Listen. Have fun out there.
Thanks, buddy.